new stuff to us. So for everybody out here, we'll do a quick introduction. We've got Ryan Lampers and Corey and Shannon from Angry Spike Productions. So I guess Ryan from Hunt Harvest Health. But and now that we've done our introductions, we can go find some deer.
Yeah, we can find some.
Pick them up off the mountain.
It's starting to rain. It is.
It's raining.
Yeah,
it's raining.
Perfect. Yeah.
I think compared to where we were at, we got a little bit more of a mix of mule deer and goose deer out here. So we're equal opportunity. Don't matter. We got tags for bucks. And if we see a buck that we can chase, we'll chase it. Don't matter what it is. I think that's a good plan. It may seem a bit silly to be whispering when we're looking at a deer that's well over 1,000 yards away. But Corey just told us that yesterday they were out of the same spot. And he was out on that hill that we're glassing a deer right now. And as they were making a stalk, they could hear the folks back here on the glass talking way out there, 1,000 yards away plus, 1,000 plus. It's crazy how your voice carries out here. Well, we have 2 bucks spotted up on the hill. The one dipped down, the other one's still up there. So I think Corey and I are going to try and slip around.
Well, I was just thinking about coming in over here on the other side of this small basin and looping across. Same elevation as the knob.
Go up this, loop around.
And we'll see a line.
Marco, go get him.
Keep him from it, so.
The situation right now is we have 1 buck with 3 does kind of surrounding the 3 white rocks, so they're within 20 yards of the white rocks on each side. You need to swing around and go on top of the big ridge and then come around above them. You might be within shooting distance from the creeping over the top of the ridge. So I don't know if you guys can see, but if you look to your left, you'll see a rim of rock. Those deer just came over those rim of rocks heading your way. Yeah, I got a visual on the bucket.
Doe to not go down that far in front of him. Because you had a lane right here. She was just right there.
Oh, dude, I stepped up. I mean, it's a tight corridor in there, but it's probably one of the better shooting lanes here. Like, I ranged that bush at like 30 yards. He probably would have been like 30, 35, depending on when he passed through, dude. Like, she just got a little too far downwind. I don't think she does. I don't think she saw me take that step.
I don't think so either. I just think that she winded us.
That was close. That was awesome.
Still, I got the adrenaline going a little bit.
Oh, dude. When it gets to knock the arrow time, it's like, okay.
We got a couple bucks running around over here on our side of the hill. You send a longbow Jim down there to get them. I don't know if you can shoot over that green brush or not. If you think you can creep up and try to get a shot. If not, then you're just gonna have to hold on. Okay, the little buck is on your side of the green wall. It's probably not 20 yards from you. I'm never gonna get a shot in here. The Ocotillo's just back. 10-4. Let them do the next move. I'm afraid you're gonna spook them if you try to get closer. buck bedded down, but he's looking your direction. There's a prickly pear just a little bit to your right. I don't know if you can see it. If you can't see that prickly pear, then you consider it 12 o'clock. The deer's at about 11 from the prickly pear. Another 10 yards. Yeah, I don't think I can see it. Where I'm sitting down here, it's really thick around me. The Ocotillo and the mesquite are blocking a ton. He can't do nothing.
He can't do anything.
I imagine if he stands up, the deer will see him.
Absolutely. Yeah. And he's not going to do him any better to try to shoot through that crowd.
Am I pointing at that big prickly pear you talked about earlier? Yeah, you're pointing that general direction. Got it. There's a big, thick green bush between me and him, I believe. Yes, about halfway.
They are.
It's a darker green.
They're smaller, so you got that.
And then there's yellow grass on the right side of it.
It's a smaller.
Should I try and end up right behind that green bush? Yeah, he's turning around licking himself, so if you're gonna move. Within shooting distance right now, so whichever direction you think would give you a line of sight to the wall of green out in front of you. Gosh, it's so close. Back. Oh, now he's taking off. Talk to me, Jimmy. What happened there? I took a shot. He had me standing in one spot for what felt like an hour straight without moving a muscle. I didn't hit him, it just clean missed. Well, you did a good job though, man. Nice stalk. Hey, tell Mark I wish I had a compound bow on this one.
It's a pretty good stalk, though.
Yeah.
He's pretty stealthy.
That was tight. Impressive with the recurve.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Just finished a stalk. It was crazy. I think I started the stalk about 2 hours ago. The deer was right where I'm standing. I had to try and shoot through that. There's an Ocotillo plant right down there. Probably can't see it very well. I had to try and thread the needle through that. It takes everything you got. I was in a stare down with this thing for about 10 minutes straight. Neither of us was moving a muscle. Whew, that was crazy. I'm exhausted. That was exhausting.
Dude, you were in amongst them for a long time.
I was.
That's awesome.
Did you see any of that, or were you just listening on the radio?
We could just listen.
When I got in there, it looked way different than it did, I'm sure, for him. So I'm looking up and I'm like, there's a rock face like right in front of me. I'm like, I swear that's what he's talking about. And I like keep asking about like this, that, and the other thing. I got to the point where I was like, I'm just gonna go up and see if I can see this deer. I gotta move. And I was just getting up and I looked up and I was like, oh, that's a big prickly pear. And then it hit me that he'd mentioned a big prickly pear earlier, and I was like, oh. And then I asked him, he's like, yeah, that one. And then I started connecting all the dots and I was like, oh, he's behind that green bush. So I just stalked up like directly behind the green bush kind of just peeked out a little bit, and then he stood up, and I saw him there, and we had a standoff for like, felt like 15 minutes, 10 minutes.
It was a long time.
It was long, and finally I was like, I don't think either of us are gonna move. So I just crept back and tried threading the needle through some Ocotillo, and it missed left. He was at 25 yards.
We were within 100 yards of the buck we were going down after. And we just were coming up onto the little small ridge in between us and the hillside that buck was on. And we watched him bed, well, basically figured he bedded back down where we last saw him. And as we're creeping up, all of a sudden I see a doe come over the top. There's a doe, there's a buck, there's a buck, there's a buck. Okay, so we're just sitting, knocks and arrows, waiting. Comes right down where the buck that we were going towards was going. And then all of a sudden it sounded like horses running. And they ran right up over the top, straight at us. Doe comes over the top, Mark draws, and he's just, the first doe comes through and she darts to the left when she sees us, and then here comes the buck just barreling through there, and he lifts up and he's like, oh God, and it just turns to go, and we're like, trying to stop this thing. And the other buck that we were hunting came in right behind him, and they were like Mach 500 up the hill away from us.
Burning. That big buck came through, and I'm like, okay, yield it. Okay, you're gone.
Buck. Game over.
I think I heard something over the radio, Jim. It was something like tell Mark I wish I had a compound.
I probably would have hit
I
him
don't
if
know
I
because the earpiece was in my ear.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, it was in there, so it's kind of hard to hear when it's in your ear.
Yeah. Got a shot, dude. That's a pretty big deal.
That's cool. That's cool. Alright guys, what a day. Got to meet up with some good buddies, Ryan Lampers and the crew from Angry Spike Productions, Corey and Shannon, and had a heck of a good hunt. I mean, there were bucks and does everywhere. We made some great stalks. We got really close to a few, and it's kind of the way things go sometimes. You can have a crazy day like that, and you come up empty-handed. Technically, we didn't actually put any Coues deer down or even any javelina, although Mark is still at it currently after we went on a little off-roading adventure briefly. But you do come away with some pretty sweet experiences. And what better way to cap off the day than this sunset? It's like a painting. So, super awesome cap to a super awesome day. So we're going to podcast tonight. Really awesome experience. So, yeah, thanks for following along. And, seriously. Where's our food? We're supposed to be eating something.
We didn't kill anything.
Yeah, but... what were we eating when we did boats and bows?
We ate the goose. It was delicious. I wish we had our tags with us, and then we could make a little pot of tag soup.
All right, everybody, we are back now home after our Cruisin for Coues adventure. The Subaru took us all the way there, took us all the way to LA, and then we made our way back via flying. The Subaru's actually with the guys over there at Renner right now, so a few more things in store for that. We'll do maybe another little walk around once we finally get it back here. Very excited to see what Damien and the crew are up to, but most importantly, and what most of the episodes were about, actually half, really, we talked a lot about cars here. That's my fault. I apologize. But hunting, Coues deer, and javelina.
And Subarus.
But
Mostly Subarus.
yes.
Jim, can we have an honest moment here?
Sure.
This entire process, I had my doubts about the Subaru. Until we took the Subaru off-road. The Subaru, I feel like I'm Subaru's biggest advocate right now. I'm like a constant Subaru advertisement. I'm trying to talk my wife into when I'm like, they're
Right.
great. You need this. And also because you can do the things that we did to
Oh
the
yeah, if your
Subaru.
wife got one, we'd lift it and put bigger tires on and stuff. So,
But so unassuming and so incredibly off-road capable with comfort / drive it all around. It's awesome. It's an awesome hunting vehicle.
notice I tried earlier switching the subject back to hunting, but Mark kept it on cars. He is now kind of a car guy.
I've become a mild car person through osmosis.
And I have become kind of a Coues deer hunting guy. I gotta be
I
honest.
like it.
It's like a weird switch of roles here.
Came home empty-handed, not without some really solid opportunities, though.
Right. And probably the video footage by this point in time has shown, but got some stalks in, got some points where we were surrounded by rushing javelina and their dog/monkey sounding little woof that they do. Really got beat up pretty well by the country out there. I mean, I enjoyed the fact that on a hunt like this, once you spot it, you have to go and get an absolute beating from the country in order to get all the way over there. There's no free lunch. It quite literally, there's no free lunch or free dinner in this particular case. You're going to have to get a little beat up to go and do it. When you're doing especially the archery Coues deer hunt.
100% have a love-hate relationship with the country that's out there. I mean, it's rugged. Every rock wants to roll out from underneath your feet, break your ankle. Every plant has a million thorns, spines, razor-type things that want to poke a hole in your skin. I posted a little Instagram post the other day, and basically I said we donated more blood than we took, but it was a hell of a time.
That's right.
It's you're like, would you do it again? It's not a hunt that maybe I'll get to do every year, but it's going to be a hunt that I wish I was doing every year.
So tell us what your favorite part was from the hunt, and as you follow along the videos and the podcast, let us know what you thought. Let us know what you would do, maybe if you went on your own little Cruisin for Coues adventure, built your own overland rig, or tell us about your bow setup. As we talked with Evan, that was pretty crazy stuff, learning about that. So yeah, we'd love to hear it, and also future ideas for adventures you want to see us try going on and documenting.
Thanks.
Catch you next time.